Yeah, good morning, my dear students and my dear subscribers. This is Niranjan. Welcome to Official Language Channel. Actually, we have been discussing the lesson intermediate first year disaster management. I have forgotten to inform you that this particular lesson has been omitted. Uh, as you know that, my dear children, the syllabus has been revised, so a small mistake that I committed to start this lesson, actually this is has been deleted. Okay, so no need to concentrate on this lesson, so in the coming examination point of view. Okay, but anyway, I started this lesson, so once if it is started, then I have to complete this lesson as early as possible. So please don't mind, so and try to understand, just listen this lesson, then there ends the matter, because this lesson has been deleted from your syllabus, first year intermediate syllabus. Okay, now we go for the third paragraph. Just keep the textbook with you. Disaster management is a strategy adopted to reduce the hazards caused by the disasters. Yes, this disaster management, why disaster management is, doing duties in the sense, it is a strategy adopted to reduce the hazards. The main responsibilities of the disaster management to reduce the hazards that are caused by the disasters. Whenever the disasters happens, the organizations or disaster management, a group of team will go and immediately do the actions in order to save the lives of the people. So as you know that, when example I would like to tell you, in Godavari there was a boat. I think you might have known about that. This incident happened recently. So when the boat was drowned in the Godavari river, so it was a great it's a very pathetic situation happened at that time. So around 34 or 36 members were died. It took around 1.5 month, to get the so-called boat which was drowned in the water of Godavari river. So this so-called a team of people went there and started their duties in order to fetch the or find out the people. So this incident is enough, I think, my dear children, to understand this disaster management responsibilities. Okay, so this main cause to strategies are very important, adopted to reduce the hazards caused by the disasters. Okay, the Red Cross and the Red Crescent. Red Crescent means Chandravanka. Red Crescent means Chandravanka. Red Cross. These are the two organizations, societies, define disaster management as the organization which manages the resources and take up the responsibilities of dealing with all humanitarian aspects of emergencies, in particular preparedness, response and recovery, in order to lessen the impact of disasters. Yes, this is the responsibilities of these two what we can say societies, Red Cross and Red Crescent. These societies, disaster management as the organization which manages the resources. Whatever the resources are there, these two organizations manages and take up the responsibilities dealing with all humanitarian grounds. So these organizations, while doing the actions, and the humanitarian grounds also very important while doing their responsibilities. This is also part and parcel, while dealing with this so-called task. So in case of emergencies. Okay, so this is the line important. In particular preparedness, they have to prepare well, they have to be trained well. The team of the people who are there, they are to be trained, they are to be prepared, so to do the actions with the dealing with the all humanitarian or all human people those are there in the local. Okay, response and recovery in order to lessen the impact of disasters. So this is the line. Vulnerability to disaster varies, but there is no country that is immune to disaster. So vulnerability to disaster varies. So vulnerability in the sense it is a disease. As you know that this word is a peculiar word we find in our computers, vulnerable files. Okay, malicious files and vulnerable files. Vulnerable means it is a disease. To disaster varies once the disaster happens, but there is no country is immune to disaster. No country is immune to disaster. Okay, because it's not possible to give the tablet. It's not possible to give the tablet to reduce our what we can say the disease or the problem. Okay, so this is a natural disaster happens, we just mitigate. Mitigate means control or reduce. Okay, so but there is no country that is immune to disaster. So it is not possible to any country in the world to immune, to resist just immune the disaster. Just we just can control, okay, or mitigate. It's very important words, just you underline and find out the meanings, very useful in the examination point of view, I hope. Next paragraph. India, please keep the textbooks with you, then you can understand very clear. India, with its nearly 4,700 miles of coastal line, regularly confronts cyclones in the Bay of Bengal and the Arabian Sea. It faces many disasters such as floods, earthquakes, cyclones, tsunamis, droughts, and landslides. As I told you in the last video, the first part of the video, this lesson, disaster management, written by A. Madhavi Lata. So I told you this 4,700 miles in India coastal line. Okay, because of this coastal line, there are so many, what we can say, tsunamis are going to be happened in this Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal or what we can say Indian Ocean because of the coastal line. That's why already I told you that according to the textbook, India is in the dangerous prone areas. What we can say disaster prone countries in the world. India is identified according to the what we can say according to the configurations, geographical configurations. I hope that you understand. Okay, whenever you get a doubt, just put the comment box, then I will try to give the I will try to give my response. Okay, your doubt will be clarified in the comment box. Whenever you have a doubt, put forward. So the recent Arabian Sea, it faces many disasters such as floods, earthquakes, cyclones, tsunamis, droughts, and landslides. Yeah, we have seen so many examples in Bay of Bengal, cyclones and earthquakes. I think in the 1984 and 2001 and different what we can say things cyclones, earthquakes happened around these coastal line. The recent disasters faced by India include floods in Uttarakhand. Please underline this one. Recently, India faced floods, Uttarakhand, cyclone, Vardha cyclone in Chennai. Vardha cyclone in Chennai, recurring earthquakes in North India. Recurring earthquakes in North India. Especially we find the earthquakes in North India. Kama, the earthquake's name is Kama. Earthquake in Gujarat. So this is happened in Gujarat. This happened in Gujarat. Super cyclone in Orissa in 1999. 1999 super cyclone happened in Orissa. Okay, and Bhuj is a location we find in Gujarat. Bhuj is a location we find in Gujarat. In the year happened a great earthquake that happened in Indonesia. I think Indonesia. Okay, that particular this earthquake spread all around the particular half of the, I mean, so-called India, half of the India. So this is Indonesia. I mean, this happened, this earthquake in the year 2001. I mean, greatly attacked Gujarat, that so-called place that is Bhuj and Kutch. Bhuj and Kutch. Actually, I would like to tell you about my personal experience. In the year 2001, I was studying intermediate. When I was studying intermediate, I was 2001, January 26th, this happened. Earthquake, a great earthquake happened in Gujarat, Bhuj and Kutch, 2001, January 26th. At the time I was studying intermediate, I was standing in NCC. We were doing march, NCC march, National Cadet Corps. So while we were doing, we got some giddiness, but we didn't know about that, what happened in our brain or something. We felt some nervous, some giddiness happened. And also my mother told that when I went my home, my mother told that some utensils, some things, utensils, some books were, fallen from that place where they were. So these things happened when my brother was reading newspaper. Something he also got some giddiness while he was reading newspaper at the time. January 26, 2001 is the, what we can say, remarkable mark date, 2001. And tsunami in 2004 in Mumbai, tsunami 2004, okay, and Mumbai, Gujarat floods 2005. On 12th October 2013, also this one, a cyclone Pylin, cyclone that is named Pylin, battered. So battered means completely destroyed the coast of India, causing landfall close to Gopalpur in Odisha and led to great destruction. So where happened destruction? Gopalpur. What happened? Landfall. Okay, Kondacherilu landscapes, Kondacherilu virigipadadam. Okay, to Gopal, Odisha, and led to great destruction with high breeze paces and overwhelming downpours. The tempest breasted of rooftops, removed trees, overflew homes. With high breeze paces, pace means speed, wind, okay, and overwhelming downpours, rainwater, or else landscapes. Okay, because of the speed wind, what happens? When the speed wind happens per hour 45 or 60, 150 kilometer speed air. So in such cases, we find downpours, the tempest burst. Tempest means here the cyclone, or what we can say, cyclone or tempest, in the sense it is a cyclone. Okay, great wind, horrible wind, breasted of rooftops. Tempest means horrible wind, terrible wind. So breasted of rooftops, removed trees, overflew homes, even homes also, wiped out because of this tempest. What is the meaning of tempest? Tempest means a great terrible wind, brought down electrical cables. Electrical cables were cut and had fallen and had been cut because of this wind cyclone. The very recent cyclone Hudhud in 2014, where happened Hudhud 2014, that is Visakhapatnam, is also an instance of natural disasters. These are all natural disasters, happens some disturbance in the environment or ecosystem. Okay, so these are the natural disasters. Next paragraph. India meteorological department has strengthened India's capacity to prepare for and cope with disasters. The meteorological department has strengthened India's capacity. Yes, this is the right time to strengthen the particular organizations. Otherwise, we have to face a lot of consequences. We have to face so many problems because of the natural disasters. Already, as I told you in the last class. Okay, capacity to prepare for and cope with the disasters. There must be some training, and people, the team of the people, those who are there, and they must be trained, and technology is to be prepared, and interventions are to be done. Whatever the strategies that are going to be taken, these are all the things are very important, especially in this department. Okay, National Disaster Management Institute, and another one is NDMI. NDMI, very important examination point of view. You have to mention these two. These two departments. Okay. Of course, this syllabus is deleted, but once I started, that's why I am not interested to delete my video. So once, if you are not interested, please just skip this video, and I will go for another lessons which are there in the syllabus in first year. Prose, poetry and grammar. Various programs for mitigation and responsiveness for specific situations. So mitigation in the sense reduce, to control. Which organization? This NDMI, National Disaster Management. It is a central government department, provided various programs for mitigation and responsive for specific situations. Yeah, this is a responsible organizations. That's why conducted different kinds of programs among the people to get awareness among the people for this one. Mitigation and responsiveness and for specific situations. Government of India is taking all steps to increase awareness of and preparedness for disaster risks within Indian communities. Yes, government is also taking steps to prevent these problems, and at the same time conducting different kinds of programs in the areas and regions, okay, in order to educate the people when the disaster happens. So it is devoted to strengthening its disaster management institutions by passing important legislation. Of course, the government has taken strong decision and passed the legislation bill in the parliament in order to strengthen these two organizations. What are the two organizations? NDMI, National Disaster Management Institute, India Meteorological Department. Okay, so right, the India Meteorological Department forecasts and enhances communication of early warning information prior to the onset of cyclone. Yes, this is the main responsibility of this meteorological department, to forecast weather forecast. Okay, so when it is going to be cyclone, where is the cyclone, how the cyclone situation. So likewise, these all these things will give the information by the meteorological department. The enhances the communication of early warning information, gives the warning information prior to the onset of cyclone. It successfully forecasts and warned about the arrival of cyclone Phailon. Yes, this is successfully, has given the information, especially Phailon. Okay, Phailon cyclone, when it happened, before going to happen, this meteorological department has given wonderful information to the public. This gave the country lead time for preparedness efforts and for saving lives and livelihood. So once the information is given, before what is going to be happen, disaster, definitely we will take care about ourselves, and we will save our lives. Okay, this happened preparedness. We will prepare for our efforts because of this Phailon, cyclone. And for saving lives and livelihoods of nearly 1 million people living in low-lying coastal areas. Nearly 1 million people saved their lives because of the so-called meteorological department has given the forecast information about Phailon. Okay, so there is a lot of information is given because this video is going to be lengthy. So I would like to share another video about this disaster management as early as possible. So please cooperate with my channel and subscribe my channel and tap this bell icon to get the latest notifications and share my channel. So thank you very much. Welcome to Official Language Channel. This is Niranjan, teacher in English.